8th standard students, in today's class we are going to see about the unit name sound. So we hear a lot of sounds in our day-to-day life. For example, thundering of clouds, chirping of birds, or mewing of cats, rustling of leaves, music on radio, television, vehicles, that's horn sound. Many sounds we hear in our day-to-day life. So each sound they have their own particular characteristics. Animals also communicate with other species with the help of the sound, even human beings. Some sounds like music, they all are pleasing. There are some sounds, it will be like high pitch or say it is a beyond the hertz level. So noise is also there in our surrounding atmosphere. It comes under pollution. So here we are going to see about the production of sound and about human voice system and also about noise pollution and what are the ways to control noise pollution. So first of all, how the sound is produced. First topic is how the sound is produced. Whenever any object vibrate, sound is produced. So sound is produced only with the help of vibration. Vibration means any to and fro motion of an object. To and fro movement of an object is called vibration. This to and fro motion of the body causes the substance around it to vibrate and hence the sound is produced. So, in order to travel, the sound need a medium. I am taking class to you. If you are sitting in a classroom, my sound is reached to you because there is a medium called air. Sound moves only through a medium from the source point to the receiver, from the point of generation to the receiver. So here they have given one activity. First take an empty matchbox and put a stretched rubber band around it along its length. Then if you pluck the rubber band with the help of your index finger, you can feel the vibration of the rubber band. On plucking the rubber band, it starts vibrating and automatically you hear a sound. You hear a feeble humming sound as long as the rubber band is vibrated. So hence the sound is produced only with the help of vibration of any objects around it. So this is one activity in order to explain about the vibration that is produced in a stretched rubber band as an example of production of sound. So when the rubber band stops vibrating, the humming sound is also stopped. And next activity, take a metal shallow pan, just hang it with the help of thread, but it should not touch the surface. And when you strike it with a stick, now touch the pan gently with your index finger. You can feel the vibration. You strike the pan with the stick and hold it tightly with your hands. Immediately after striking, do you still hear the sound? So here the vibrating pan also produces sound. In some cases you can feel the vibration or also you can see the vibration. That means the vibrations are visible. Whereas in some cases you can't see the vibrations but you can feel it. So they have given many examples in order to understand how the sounds are produced mainly because of vibration and vibration of the substance around it. So in this example, vibrating plate is there that also produces waves in water. That is an example. It is an activity in order to prove that sound is produced when an object is said to vibrate. Next topic is propagation of sound. So whenever you call your friend by a name, the opposite friend who is standing opposite to you can hear your voice. And he is able to hear because the sound travels from one place to another place. Always the sound needs a medium to travel. So consider this activity. This activity is called bell jar experiment. Now you are taking a bell jar and mobile phone it, switch on the music in the mobile phone and place the jar. What you can feel, you can hear the mobile phone music. Now pump out the air from the bell jar using a backup pump. Bottom they have attached a vacuum pump tube. From there they are sucking the air from the bell jar. What happens? The air is removed. So automatically the music that is playing through mobile also become feebler, become reduced. The sound become more feebler, and finally the music is stopped. So this is also an experiment. So from this experiment, what you can understand that the sound needs a medium to travel. Here, when the air is sucked and taken out with the help of vacuum tube from the bell jar, what happens? The sound becomes feebler and sound is stopped. That means the music of the mobile phone is stopped. So this experiment proves that the sound needs any medium. Sound cannot travel in a vacuum. Sound needs a medium to travel, say like air. Sound also travels in water, sound also travels in solids. The speed of sound is more in solid than in liquid, and it is very less in gas. So, the speed of sound is the distance traveled by it in 1 second. It is denoted by the letter V. Remember the expression V equal to n lambda. N is called frequency and lambda is called wavelength. So, you need to know what is meant by wavelength, what is meant by frequency. Wavelength is nothing but it is the distance between two consecutive particles which are in the same phase of vibration. What is meant by frequency? Number of vibrations of a particle in a medium in 1 second is called frequency. Frequency unit is hertz. So this is called one wave or wave cycle or vibrations. So the number of vibrations of the particle in a medium in 1 second. ஒரு செகண்டில் எத்தனை வேவ்ஸ் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகுதோ எத்தனை வைப்ரேஷன்ஸ் நம்பர் ஆஃப் வைப்ரேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கோ அது மீடியமில் இருக்கணும். தட் இஸ் only called frequency and it is denoted by n and the unit of frequency is hertz. Hertz. Unit of frequency is hertz. So always remember the formula V equal to n lambda. So V is nothing but speed of the sound, n is nothing but number, nothing but frequency, and wavelength lambda is 10 meter. So 15 to 10 500 meter per second. Always the speed of the sound depends upon the medium through which it travels, say like temperature or pressure or humidity in any medium. As the temperature increases, the sound also increases. So the speed of the sound in air is 331 meter per second at 0 degrees Celsius. At 22 degrees Celsius, 344 meter per second. So you can write the unit, you can write as meter per second or meter second inverse, ms power minus 1. So what is the speed of the sound at particular temperature that is given in table? For at 25 degrees Celsius, the speed of the substance aluminium that is in solid state is 6420 meter per second, whereas the steel 5960, iron 5950. So for solid the speed is very fast, whereas the gas it is getting decreased. The amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. What is meant by humidity? The amount of water vapor in the air, that is called humidity. During summertime it will be more and during winter time it will be very less. The speed of sound increases with the increase in humidity. That is because the density of the air decreases with increase in humidity. So sound travels in different medium with different sound. When a body vibrates, the particle of the medium in contact with the vibrating body is first displaced from its equilibrium position. So this is called equilibrium position or mean position. The central line, no, this is called as equilibrium position or mean position. When a body vibrates, the particle of the medium in contact with the vibrating body is first displaced from its equilibrium position. It also exerts a force on the adjacent particle. So nothing but I will just explain with the help of this experiment. You can understand what I say. Vibrating tuning fork. So vibrating tuning fork, it will be of this shape. This is called fork. Okay, this is called fork. Tuning fork. F-O-R-K. Tuning fork. When you beat that vibrating tuning fork, say on rubber stamp, when you are beating, what happened? That vibrating, the tuning fork automatically vibrates when you beat harshly on the rubber stamp. So when you keep that tuning fork, say on metal table or steel table, what happens? It vibrates, and so the sound is produced. So it creates a high pressure. When you move the vibrating tuning fork forward, it pushes and compresses the air. It creates a region of high pressure that is called compression and refraction. Consider this is a wave. So uh, we have two types of waves. One is longitudinal, another one is transverse waves. So this part is called compression. Another part is called rarefaction. Compression means you can see lots of dots that will be very closer. So this is called compression, and this is called rarefaction. This is called compression, and this is called rarefaction. So this is called, the center line is called equilibrium position. This is C, this is R. This is C, this is R. Compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction. So it always have two parts in it. One region is called compression, another region is called rarefaction. This compression and rarefaction only produces the sound waves that propagates through the medium. So this is a tuning fork. This is C, compression. This is R, rarefaction. This is compression. This is rarefaction. What you can see, this is one wave or one vibration or one wave cycle. So the C and R constitutes one wave or one cycle or one vibration. Next topic is sound waves. Sound, it is a form of energy. It is transferred only with the help of medium. It cannot transfer through, say, without air or in vacuum it cannot travel. It also forms mechanical wave. Mechanical wave is a disturbance that propagates in a medium due to repeated periodic motion of the particles of the medium from its mean position. Energy is transferred from one particle to another form as a wave motion. So in wave motion what happens? This is called wave motion. In wave motion what happens? In wave motion the energy is transferred, not the particles, and the velocity of the wave motion is different from the velocity of the vibrating particle. For the propagation of the mechanical wave, the medium must possess the properties of inertia, elasticity, uniform density, and minimum friction among the particles. All you need to know is that sound always travels in form of waves. That's all you need to know. How sound travels? Sound travels in forms of waves. And that's why they have told about the characteristic of wave motion. So always remember, in wave motion the energy is transferred, not the particles. The velocity of the wave motion is it's different from the velocity of the vibrating particle. How do astronauts communicate each other? The astronauts have their devices in their helmet that transfer the sound waves from their voices into the radio waves and transmit it to the ground. This is exactly the same as how radio works at our home. While you are in spaceship, say astronauts, when they are in spaceship, how they communicate? Because they have their devices in their helmet that transfer the sound in form of waves from their voices, transforms like radio waves, and then it transmits to the ground. The people who are working on the ground, they can listen the voices of the astronauts. So what are the different types of waves? One is transverse waves, another one is longitudinal wave. Very important question. Two types of mechanical wave, transverse wave and longitudinal waves. In transverse wave, the particles of the medium vibrate, whereas in longitudinal wave, it is not the particle. In longitudinal wave, the particles of the medium vibrate in a direction which is parallel to the direction of the propagation of the wave, whereas there it is perpendicular to the direction of the wave. For example, light waves, waves in strings, these all comes under transverse waves. And transverse waves are produced only in solid and liquids, whereas longitudinal waves they are produced in solid, liquid and also in gas. Waves in spring, sound waves in a medium is an example of longitudinal wave. So this is the example, this is a diagram for transverse wave and this is the diagram for longitudinal wave. So for longitudinal wave, the seismic wave, earthquake will produce some wave type, no, that is called seismic wave. That is also an example for longitudinal wave. So using hydrophone or seismometer, this instrument, one can study about the waves and record them. So seismology is the branch of science that deals with the study of seismic waves, nothing but earthquake. You can find about the explosions or earthquake waves. Next topic is the properties of sound. So what are the properties of sound? First one is loudness. Second one is pitch. Third one is quality or timbre. Fourth one is audibility and range. So this topic we can see it in the next slide or next class.